Near the mountains, a woman drives behind a slow truck, honking to pass. When she finally swerves around, another truck crashes into her, pushing her into the road where the first truck smashes her car. Meanwhile, John and his wife Denise watch TV in bed. A noise draws John outside, where he sees bank workers repossessing Denise's car for missed payments. His protests are ignored. Over breakfast, the couple argues. John insists he spoke with the bank months ago, but Denise reminds him his factory hours keep getting cut. He's looking for a second job. Later, John drops his son Mike at school, who insists on "see you later" instead of "goodbye." After work, John and his friend Jimmy attend a job interview at a big firm. Jimmy doubts they'll be hired, saying only relatives get positions. The manager praises John's resume, but rejects him for being overqualified. On Sunday at Mike's baseball game, the boy suddenly collapses. At the hospital, doctors put him on oxygen while Denise panics. A doctor later explains Mike's blood pressure keeps dropping. He's in heart failure. Director Rebecca and Dr. Turner reveal x-rays. Mike's heart is 3 times normal size from septal defects, blood backing into his lungs. Surgery isn't possible. He needs a transplant. Medication would only delay death. Rebecca warns the procedure is risky and suggests spending his final days happily. John insists on surgery. Turner agrees to add Mike to the list, since his blood type is favorable, but Rebecca raises the issue of cost. Insurance won't cover it. Denise has no benefits, and they own no assets. The transplant costs $250,000, with $75,000 required up front. Leaving the meeting, a doctor tells them county hospitals aren't obliged to handle elective procedures like transplants. She suggests state services, Medicaid, or HR. At work, John learns the company switched to a restrictive policy, and with his reduced hours, he's classified part-time. He files an appeal, but it takes a week. State services rejects them. They have insurance, jobs, and aren't on welfare. After endless paperwork and dead ends, John's appeal is approved, but Rebecca explains it only applies to existing claims. He must file a grievance, taking 30 days. Desperate, John and Denise borrow money, sell possessions, and are exploited by neighbors. Visiting Mike often, they try to keep him cheerful while witnessing other children die. Jimmy suggests going public, but a reporter needs clearance before airing the story. John sells his car and even his wedding ring, but it's not enough. When Denise calls to say Turner is releasing Mike, John confronts Turner at the hospital, finally pulling a gun. He locks doors, threatens staff, and takes hostages. He orders treatment for patients in need, smashes cameras, and shuts down elevators. When police arrive, Lieutenant Frank begins negotiations. John demands Mike's name on the transplant list, but doesn't trust Frank's promises. Inside, John connects with patients, including Julie, abused by her boyfriend Mitch. When Mitch attacks John with a scalpel, Julie fights back, exposing his abuse. John restrains Mitch and releases a mother and pregnant woman as hostages, winning public sympathy. Outside, reporters highlight Mike's case. Meanwhile, hospital security reveals weaknesses in the building, and police plan to sneak in. Denise learns Rebecca has promised to put Mike on the list, but Frank and Rebecca are manipulating her. On TV, John's friend Jimmy explains how the system pushed John to extremes. Paramedics recover the woman from the highway crash. She's an organ donor. Police send a sniper through the ducts, but when Denise's voice is broadcast live to John, the nation watches him comfort Mike. Just as the sniper shoots John in the shoulder, the ceiling collapses, exposing the cop. John fights him off, humiliating the police on live TV. The crowd outside cheers for John, forcing the cops to comply when he demands to see Mike in exchange for releasing the sniper. Turner warns that without a new heart, Mike will die within hours. John offers his own, but Turner refuses without compatibility tests. Some hostages praise John's sacrifice, others urge him to let go. John prepares to kill himself, but his gun is unloaded. At that moment, Rebecca gets word. The crash victim is a donor with Mike's blood type. Before surgery, John writes a will, then shares a tearful goodbye with Mike, telling him to always be kind. The transplant proceeds successfully. John reveals his gun was never loaded and surrenders. He's arrested but seen as a hero, with the media exposing the system's failures. 3 months later, John's trial ends. He's convicted on 2 charges: facing 3 to 5 years, likely reduced for good behavior. Before leaving, John hugs Denise and tells Mike, "See you later." Mike thanks him, and even Lester calls John his hero as he's taken away.